Hello, Just Gem here and welcome, or indeed welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be showing you how I created this somewhat Halloween-y, vampy kind of look, taking inspiration from, I've tried to say a name, I don't know how to pronounce the second half, so we're going with Smink, and I'm going to try and find out the correct pronunciation of her full handle. But she's here on YouTube and she really deserves more followers. I discovered her on YouTube after following her on Instagram, and her talent, as I'm going to go into more detail about, is off the charts, and she really needs to have more followers on YouTube because wow, seriously, wow. And she's over on Insta, so I'll put all of her details in the description box, and I'm going to remember this time because this video is effectively dedicated to her. You know, a dedication to a person whose name I can't even pronounce, which is terrible. But again, it's one of those, it's a creative art with heart prompt that I followed. I thought it was a great prompt, and I was inspired by a look that was posted just today, in fact. So I'm sneaking in with a late entry for this week. Without further ado, let's get into it. I had picked out a look that I was going to try and sort of recreate, but funnily enough today, thanking everyone for participating in Leah's challenge, she's posted this beautiful orange and green look. So I'm going to try and replicate that as best as I can. Her skill level, I mean, I'm going to insert a screenshot of the look so you can see it. I'm questioning whether I should do that because mine is not going to end up looking anything like that because my skill level is nowhere near hers. Like, she is unbelievable. The literal artwork that she creates on her eyelids is next level, out of this world, insane, and a display of incredible talent. Honestly, it's amazing, absolutely incredible. And I can't believe I've only discovered her because of Leah Evangelista posting this. I'm hoping I would have discovered her eventually. I mean, it's neither here nor there because I found her now. But that's one of the great things I think about these challenges, is that you enter, you see everybody else's entries, it introduces you to a whole bunch of other people who are also as fanatic about makeup as you, and it's almost like Smink says in her post where she's thanking people. I might just read it out because I don't want to paraphrase and lose the message. Thank you so much for all the incredible contributions to the Leah Evangelista Create Art with Heart collab. My heart is truly overwhelmed by all the fantastic creations you have done for me, and without bragging, I think I must have the most talented friend in the world. This collab has also made me some new friends, and it's just so amazing how our love for makeup has connected us all. With that being said, if you have posted a look and you haven't seen any comments from me, chances are I haven't seen it, so please write in the comments or DM me so I can support you back. The hashtag doesn't really work anymore. I just think what she does is incredible, and this look, because it's sort of greeny and orangey, it's a bit Halloween-y and it looks stunning, so that's what I'm going to try to do. Now, the palette I've picked to do it, and it's not one that jumped immediately to mind, but as I was going through my palettes, it was the Metropolis one that I thought would give me the closest colour matches to what Smink has used on her eyes. So that's what I'm going to go in with. And we're going to start, so there's this gradient, so this orange, I mean that looks like it's more of a liner that she's put on there. But I'm going to start with an orange and then a bit of a murky green that merges into a brighter, what shade of, would I call that an evergreen? And then into quite an intense sparkly green with like some orange detailing all around. So let's start with some orange in the crease area. I have been on my tidying mission and I'm probably going to end up Oh yeah, that's nice actually, that's perfect. I'm probably going to end up, well basically future Gemma is going to be very, very annoyed with past Gemma because I have been, quite frankly, basically what I'm doing is I'm moving out all the stuff from my own room and effectively just dumping it in this room. So it's out of shot, but you cannot see the complete chaos that is behind me. There's just boxes and there's makeup everywhere. So I've taken it upon myself to not only tidy both my room and the spare room, but also sort through my makeup. I don't know why I've decided to do that this weekend. I mean, I kind of do because if I'm going to be sort of living, sleeping and working in this room, it needs to be tidy and I need to be able to find things, whether it's work related things or makeup related things. So I think in my head I'm having this big clear out and tidy and organisy thing going on. And yeah, so that's what I'm doing, and I was doing that and I thought, you know what, I'm going to take a bit of a break and I'm going to put some makeup on my face because I'm bored of hoovering and tidying and doing laundry and cleaning in general, and I want to relax for a bit, and putting on makeup can be very relaxing and therapeutic, plus I get to talk to you guys. Yeah, this is working. Like, honestly, when I saw this look, I mean, it's very bright. I think what I might end up doing is I might go into my Lightwork 6 palette, and for the intense green that's there, once I've laid down a matte, I think one of the shimmers from there will work really well for the bright green that's on this look. But let's kind of build a foundation here. And honestly, sometimes I forget how incredible this palette is. Like, this Natasha Denona palette, I don't know why she made it limited edition. I feel like it's a must-have. I think it's one of the, I mean, maybe I can't talk because obviously I haven't used every single palette that she's come out with, but I just feel like the quality in this and the colour story of this and how effortless it is to just put these shades on your lids. It's a phenomenal palette, it really is. Like, without rubbing it in, if you don't have it, you're missing out, you are, because it's incredible, and I'm making a right mess. Dropping brushes left, right and centre. So I think that's the kind of orangey bit sorted. I don't know if I go even smaller now to go into that murky green. Let's go in, let's use my 13 now. See, this is why I love these Refa brushes. I just think that they are ideal, especially 13, 14, 15. They're just, that trio of brushes from Refa just work really, really well together. So now we're going in with this murky green. See, now I'm wondering if this will just go a bit muddy or if this is going to work. No, I think you can see that green. So sort of back to my tidying, which I'm currently procrastinating on. I'm trying to also get ahead because I don't have much time next week. I'm getting my hair done, just something quick and simple on Saturday morning. That's not muddy at all, actually. I think that's... And if you're wondering why I haven't zoomed you in, it's because in case this all goes Pete Tong, I don't want you to see it close up, but so far that's actually working out quite well. The next battle is to stay on top of the cleaning so that I don't undo well, and it's mainly the tidying. It's not so much the cleaning, because it's only me. It's not like I make a mess. Well, no. Things don't get dirty quickly, but they can get messy quickly. I just have to be careful not to undo any major tidying that I've managed to do throughout the week. So it's just a top-up tidy, for want of a better word, next weekend, because then I've got a conference with work, obviously not tomorrow, but the Monday after. But I'm going to, it's going to be in Manchester, so I'm going to Manchester on Sunday night, so that we're there to set up on Monday, and it's going to be a long 3 days. I think I've done too much orange, actually. I wonder if I can rectify that to go a bit higher. So go back to my, going back to my 14, and I'm going back into Lethal, and I'm going a bit higher with it, so I can also go higher with that green, because really the orange is just a hint around the edges, isn't it? Honestly, I don't know. I mean, I've got to say, even when I look at myself and I think about when I started, not that I'm an expert or that I claim to be or to have makeup artistry skills, but I've definitely come a long way in looks that I'm able to create now, and with the level of concentration, looks that I'm able to create now, and just my understanding of colour theory, really. I think when I first started with makeup, colour theory just never even really occurred to me, to be perfectly honest. I just kind of shoved things on, and I think that's also why I made a lot of mistakes in the early days when it came to buying products, because I didn't, it sounds really silly to say, but sometimes I wouldn't even consider my own skin tone when thinking about what something would look like on me. So I'd see something, it would look really good on someone on YouTube, and I'd be like, oh, I like that, I'll buy it, and then almost be confused as to why it doesn't look right on me. And it's like, yeah, because you've got darker skin than them, so your deeper skin tone is having an impact on how that shade appears on you, moron. Simple things like that. See, like now that I'm doing this, I'm wondering if I almost should have done an outline with this green from the start. Yeah, sort of maybe drawn this shape on with almost like a detailer brush, and then worked outwards, blending out the edges. I think that probably would have got me to the look in a more satisfactory way. I'm now going to use Symbol. So I think Royal and Symbol are those cream to powder shades, and I'd have thought that this would have dried out by now, thinking about how long the Metropolis palette has been around for. I'm quite impressed that these aren't dry, and the colours are laying down quite nicely. Oh, I should have left a little bit inside here for orange, but what I might do actually is I might use one of the shades from Lightwork. Yeah, I'll use one of the shades from Lightwork, I think, to kind of try to recreate the brightness on the inside. Am I even? Probably about as even as I'm going to get it, to be fair. Yeah, That's the ticket. I think that's the one. Ooh, this is going well. Yeah, it's just lifted it. It's just given it this pop that the other shimmer green was missing. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so I want to bring some orange. I'm annoyed at myself that I've forgotten to leave that space on the inside. So I'm trying to think how best to bring some orange back. That kind of works. I never put a matte shade on the inside like this. I always go for a pop. I wonder if that's a bit deep. So I'm going back into Lightwork here. Yes. Yes. Now we're cooking. Really like that. That is pretty. Ooh, I'm excited. Ooh, this is fun. Maybe I'll use this Colourpop liner I've recently acquired in Movie Star in my waterline. I don't know 100% if it will go, but we'll see. So what I might do is I'm going to put a base on, and then I'm going to come back and finish the under eyes and the rest of it, basically. Be right back. Right, it's not that I'm baking as such, it's more that in case there's any fallout, hopefully it will land on the powder, and then I can obviously dust the powder off. Let's go with the light orange, which is Chrism. It's merging in with the powder a little bit. I think I'll get fallout, she says. Watch me get fallout now I'm dusting this off. There we go. It was just mixing in a little bit too much with the powder I had under my eyes. I think I'll use the shimmer underneath, I think. The shimmery green. The lighter one from, not the lighter one, the less shimmery, sparkly one from Metropolis rather than Lightwork. Okay, that's a lot. If you don't want fallout, gotta be careful. Not as much of a peak of orange, but that works. Can you tell I'm really concentrating now? Now that I'm getting to the finer details. So I've just dipped into the sparkly shimmer from Lightwork 6. It's subtle, but it just lifts it a little bit. And because I hate doing this on camera, I'm going to do my waterline off camera, add some mascara, and I think I'll do my eyeliner off camera as well, because then I can be closer to the mirror. Because the last thing I want to do now is go wrong with the eyeliner. But I'm feeling more confident now that I've discovered this Clinique one. So, nearly there. Just the finishing touches, and I'll be back. Zoomed the camera in, started jabbering on, and realised I hadn't even pressed record. But here I am, I'm back, I'm finished, and I've zoomed you in so that you can see the look up close. I do feel like the look is screaming for a false lash, but let me not run before I can walk. Let me master winged eyeliner first, and then I'll get practicing on applying false lashes. I did it once during lockdown, and I've never been able to do it since. They just never look right. But I will get practicing because, yeah, certain looks, I think you just need a false lash to polish it off. The mascara's not bad. It's the Rimmel Thrill Seeker one that I've been loving. It's not going to focus at all. And I did indeed go in my waterline with Colourpop Movie Star, which is that colour, and it works really well. It's very, very subtle. Like, I don't think you can really see it, but it just kind of adds a tiny little bit of brightness, and it's a really good colour actually to go with this look. I really do love that orange pop in the centre, in the inner corners there. But yeah, let me zoom you out. So to kind of keep it a bit more vampy and Halloweeny and stay on theme and brand, I have used Natasha Denona, what one is this? Lala. So this is I Need a Nude in Lala, and randomly I topped it off with, I've been wondering how I can use this super bright Made by Mitchell lip gloss in the shade Milkshake for Me. And I just put it on this out of curiosity, so it was like bright pink, but then I smushed my lips together, I don't know how else to describe it, and it just added like a really nice sheen to this brown shade. So this is the finished look, or almost finished, but I'm planning to film some TikToks possibly where I demo some blush and some highlighter, which is why I don't have any blush or highlighter on right now. I hope that you've found this video helpful. I don't know how it would be helpful. How would this video be helpful? It's about digging out palettes that you already own. It's not always necessarily about buying the latest release. As exciting and as fun as that can be, if you're anything like me, you've probably got an abundance of makeup, and sometimes it's actually a lot of fun and it's really nice to go to an old, it's like an old comfortable shoe, isn't it? And I mean, this palette from Natasha Denona, I will always love this palette. This palette is exquisite. I think, could it be one of my favourite palettes ever? Ooh, that's a strong claim, but I love it. I really, really do. Natasha, why isn't this permanent? Why? And what is with all this monochrome, lack of depth rubbish that you keep churning out now? Unimpressed, Natasha. This, however, almost makes up for all the rubbish that you've been releasing lately. I'm sorry. I know it's a very strong opinion, but I've just not been impressed by a Natasha Denona palette basically since My Dream. My Dream is very nice. It's turning into a rant. It's not meant to be a ranty video. It's meant to be a lovely, fun video where I recreate a look and have some fun, and I think I've been successful. Let me know what you think of this look. Do you have the Natasha Denona Metropolis palette, and what do you think about it? Do you also have the same opinion as me, where it's like a holy grail palette? It's incredible. Have I said it's incredible enough? Can you tell I like it? As always, thank you for taking the time to watch, and I hope to see you again in a video in a not too distant future. Take care. Bye.